Hello Aries. Before I begin, I would like to quickly say that this could be past, present or future energy, but for me, I feel like the energy starts as soon as you begin watching this reading. If this message is meant for you, then it should resonate, and if it doesn't, then please check your sun, moon, rising, Venus and Jupiter. Okay, so let's get started. Aries. Messages for Aries regarding love. Messages for Aries regarding love. Okay. So the first card out is the Ten of Pentacles. It's interesting because I'm getting a bit of a different message here. It's more of, I'm going to now go and follow what makes me happy. So this individual, you are following what makes you happy, and you're really just letting go of what doesn't serve you, and that's bringing back value into your life. That's making you feel like your life has meaning again. So I'm getting a sense here that you're beginning to see your own worth, and your actions are reflecting that. Someone's been messing you around, and you don't want to deal with them anymore. And I feel like because you're kind of coming to these realizations that they don't mean anything to you, and you can let them go, and they have no real impact on your life. You know, perhaps they wanted to, perhaps they were a little bit narcissistic, and you just said no, you cut them off, and yeah, you took the high position here, you took the high stance, and you decided to see your own worth in the situation by really just letting them go, because you are the Ten of Pentacles, and you know they're nothing. They're not even on this. They're not even anywhere near this card right here. I feel like there's an absence of their energy here. So I mean, whatever you perceive as value and worth, whatever makes you feel comfortable, it's not in this person. You know, they don't give you a sense of home, a sense of value, a sense of, you know, being fulfilled in your life the way that you would like to be fulfilled. If anything, they've done the opposite. They've taken from you, they've neglected you, and they've abused your love. They were telling you false promises. So they would tell you one thing and they would do another. Okay? Whereas this card here, the Ten of Pentacles, is all about following through and hard work and reaping the rewards, okay, of everything that you put in. It's equal, it's giving and receiving, this card. So this is what you realize now. This is what you see, and this is what you hope for. This is what you're striving towards. Okay? I mean, it doesn't come without hurt, okay? Because it takes someone to reach the bottom, you know, and really just realize how much they're being degraded by someone in order to really let go truly, right? So to me, this is someone knowing their worth, but I mean, it doesn't mean that everything is fine with them. They're just loving themselves enough to let go of a situation. Yeah. Because this person, perhaps this is a person from your past, they really felt like they were victorious here. They felt like they were making an impact on you, and to them, any impact on a person felt good to them, even if it may have been hurting you. The fact that it hurt showed them that you cared. So do you know, that's really quite a weird way of thinking, right? That's quite an unhealthy way of thinking. So this person, I feel, is a little bit insecure, but that's underneath, and really they have quite a lot of ego here. They take the swords here of those that they come across and they smirk at them as these people walk away, and they have no sense really of empathy. They're not very humble individuals. They have a lot to learn. I feel like this is very low vibrational energy, Aries, and I'm not sure how this happened in the first place, because you know, you're so loving and you really embrace those close connections with others, and I feel like this person, they were just deceiving you. They weren't really showing you the bigger picture ever. They would just tell you what you wanted to hear and then not follow through with their actions. Oh my Aries, you've definitely been through quite a lot here, and I feel like good karma is going to come back around for you in this situation, because the first card that came out was the Ten of Pentacles, and that's full success, that's the best, that's full commitment, long-term, sustainable, you know. So to me, that's saying that if we start off with that card, it's saying that, you know, you're on your way and you're going to be okay. Okay, so let's see, Aries. Yeah, they left you with no love and no hope. And they promised you a happy ending. They promised you, you know, perhaps, you know, once upon a time, you know, that sort of vibe, you know, it's just stories, but they're not based in reality. Okay. So we have the World card. Now you're viewing the situation from a higher perspective here. This is about taking everything into consideration and seeing them for who they truly were. So you are quite free, you are quite sincere now in your thoughts. So I would say whatever your intuition is telling you, Aries, I feel like this is true. But you do feel a little bit vulnerable here. When you really come to these realizations about this relationship, and perhaps you felt like, I'm seeing a clock here appear as well in this circle, about the time that you perhaps felt like was wasted on them. It makes you feel vulnerable. It makes you wonder why you allowed such a situation to occur. And I feel like you can't blame yourself, Aries. This wasn't you. And this card also, the World card, this is a card of someone trying everything, really, in this relationship. You really did try your best here. You really did. And the only thing it left you with was feeling vulnerable. Yeah. But you know your worth. You're taking the steps here to think about yourself, which you don't usually do. But you realise now that this wasn't a choice, this was a necessity. Okay. I want to know more about this person, this individual, this Five of Swords energy. Can we please expand on the Five of Swords for Aries regarding love? Regarding love. Okay, my guides are telling me it wasn't love. It wasn't love. Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is this card usually represents abundance and well-deserved success. Being surrounded by, I feel, pentacles, which are long-term commitments, long-term value that they deserve, okay? But I'm seeing this as the opposite here. So what I'm getting from this card is that they took your independence away from you. They made you feel like you had nothing. So you see this garden, this is you. And what they did is they came in and they took these pentacles, they took these flowers behind you and chopped down those trees. And they gathered them in a pile, okay? And they felt like what was yours was actually theirs. And they didn't feel like you were, if you ever felt good about achieving something, they would actually be, in a way, not jealous, but they would not feel good about you feeling happy or feeling your worth or following your dreams and feeling happy about a situation. They would just question it and say, they would be a pessimist and they would say, oh, it's not anything, this is a one-off, this isn't very special, oh, this isn't guaranteed, stuff like that. Just really low vibrational energy. And I don't know if they said this to you, but they thought this, and you know, I feel like those thoughts really did, you know, you felt them. You felt this within them, and it's almost like they subconsciously wanted bad for you. You know? Your feeling of worth, they just, I mean, they would act like they wanted you to be happy. But then if you ever were happy, they would have this sense of almost like you weren't allowed to be happy, like you were breaking the rules. You know, that's the sort of feeling. It's like, oh, that's not right. Or, oh, you don't, I feel jealous. You know what, maybe this is jealousy, a little bit of jealousy here. You know, they wanted to be the one that was successful, and no matter how much you deserve this, so this is a card of deserving, right? No matter how much you deserved abundance around you, they felt like they deserved abundance and that you didn't. And this is really deep within them, okay? And if they heard this, they would probably disagree. But then they know that if you were achieving in front of them and in a relationship with them, they would probably go back to those same thoughts of, this isn't right, she doesn't, you know. Like, it's like you could go for anything. You could work as hard as possible and receive no return, and then get one thing that pops up really good, that really could make you feel happy and make you feel like you're achieving and going somewhere, right? You could be waiting 6 months for some sort of success, okay? Putting in all that effort and not receiving anything, and then you receive something, you receive some success, and you feel happy about this, and then in the background, again, they're like, oh, she doesn't deserve that. But it's not that they don't think you deserve it. It's like a case of, it's like a power thing. It's like you have to be lower than them. And if they felt like you were getting anywhere, it really challenged their ego, and it felt like a confrontation. They wanted what you had, that achievement. Really, they should be getting their own achievement, right? I mean, they didn't really give you a break here. They didn't allow you to be happy. They felt like they were. You know, this person, they're just super duper ignorant, Aries. I mean, they feel like they've won in this situation. They feel like, to them, you leaving hurt. Okay, so perhaps they feel like they've hurt you in some way. That to them feels like, this is really immature energy, okay? This is, you know, this is going back to, you know, this person is acting like a child here. They feel like you being hurt in any way is good because it means that you cared about them. And in a way, hurting you, that is success, that's love to them. So it's a really warped perception they have of love, because I feel right now, Aries, that you don't love them and you see worth elsewhere. You don't see any worth in them. You understand that they're really just a waste of time. One more card regarding love. For the Five of Swords, please. Okay, the Ten of Swords. So, this is about working on a situation over and over again and not seeing any improvement. Just going back to the same behaviours. So perhaps at times, you know, they were back and forth. Perhaps sometimes they felt nice and sometimes they felt distant, or sometimes you felt like they were going to follow through with their promises. And, you know, this is about making promises and not following through with those promises. Making promises, not following through with those promises. So, you know, this is all about thoughts and no action. And each time this happened, this relationship just weakened again and again and again here, until finally it reached a full cycle and the ending was inevitable because of this behaviour. There's only so much they can promise, and, you know, false promises that they can fall back on before, you know, the ending of a cycle, because this is low vibrational. And, you know, you see what's around here, the Ten of Pentacles in the world, and this is you, and what they did to you is they took away your independence. Okay, so this is you, Aries, in this situation. Okay? And I feel like you feel a bit foggy, you feel a bit confused, well, not confused, but, you know, a bit tired, lacking clarity, not being able to think clearly from time to time. And, you know, on a physical level, almost like that feeling when you first wake up and you're not quite awake yet. A little bit like that, but sometimes day to day, you know. And I feel like you're slowly going to get back clarity, you're slowly going to gain your strength back, and that's just you having to overcome this feeling. I feel like they drain you because of how I feel. Okay, I have to be how I'm feeling this, okay? So they're so unimportant to you, but they feel so entitled, and you just want to move on with your life, and they're not getting the message here. Okay, and this did pop out, the Page of Swords, okay, so it's draining you. This Page of Swords, this is stalker energy, this is observer energy, okay? It can be, so I feel like they are still lingering and really trying to push your buttons, or not even pushing your buttons, perhaps they're just around you and they're not seeing the clear picture here. From their perspective, they feel like they are in the right, and it's like they're looking back at situations where you were upset and you had every right to be upset, and perhaps you know, they were waiting for, you know, those little reactions here and there that really weren't you, that they could really pin and, you know, give you, I feel, what's the word? Give them some sort of, what, I can't, you know, do you know what I mean? It's like a tally. So they're saying, okay, well, you did this on this, you did this on this, you did this on this. And really, all of the situations that they're tallying up, that perhaps were, you know, they think are bad of you, that they can hold against you, aren't actually anything of substance, but they're trying to kind of, perhaps they're trying to blackmail you in a way, make you feel guilty. But really, Aries, there was nothing you did that was really substantial here. It was just all because you're upset. So that's really, yeah, this is the energy here. They're just harassing you, I feel, a little bit, actually. Yeah. So the Four of Pentacles, they're holding on to you quite tightly. They're being stubborn. They won't leave you alone. I feel like this is a very specific message. They perceive you as theirs, as, you know, not an independent energy. So it's like you don't exist aside from with them. That's the way they're treating this situation. So they're not really considering you and your need for independence and your need for your own agency and your need to move forward. They're just thinking about themselves. So, yeah, this individual is nosy and in your business when they shouldn't. They don't have any right to be there anymore. Okay. And they're going to come in and they're going to pretend that they're loving and caring and that they've put everything into this relationship. They're going to come across, okay, like they've nurtured this relationship. So very two-faced energy here. You know, oh, this is, I did this, let's make this work again. And they're trying to extend something and make another promise here that's long-term. And really it's empty. This is a mask. I'm actually seeing, behind this card, there's absolutely nothing. So what my guides are showing me here is that there's just a white card. There's no picture here whatsoever. So the Queen of Pentacles is usually a quite a good energy here, but this is false, and they're going to really have this illusion in their head, this story that they were good for you and they never hurt you, and they want to make things work, false promises, when really look at what they are underneath. This is who they are. Controlling. This is who they really are. Can we just have a look again at that face? This person's face, look at their smirk. You don't want to go back to that, and you don't see any value in someone that behaves this way. How do they perceive you? Aries, regarding love. How does this individual perceive Aries? How does this individual perceive Aries? Okay. Okay. So they perceive you as the Ace of Pentacles. So really, right now they're viewing you as everything. They see you as long-term, stable, quite successful. You have a lot of potential as a partner, and this journey is a long journey, and they want to be with you on this journey. They see you as sincere and kind, but I'm also getting that they don't. It's almost like they only see this when they want to see this. So when this is how they see you when you're not doing well, okay, when you're reliant on them, when they look back at the relationship as well. But when you're doing well, okay, as soon as you're doing it, so this is you, right? And they see you as the Ace of Pentacles, so you see all these pentacles, they do see you as quite valuable and worth something. But as soon as you achieve anything, right, it's like they're just so I feel just, it just hurts their ego. I mean, they've got some really, it's a coping mechanism, because they don't feel good about themselves. They feel inferior. So they see you as the Ace of Pentacles, but then they don't want you to be the Ace of Pentacles, but they do at the same time, because they want to be with you because you're worth something. But then they don't want you to be better than them. So yeah, they see you as the Empress. And this is a card, maternal, motherly, someone that is self-assured, someone that can give birth to good ideas, okay? And someone with a beautiful mind. You give them unconditional love. So no matter what they do, I feel like you're there for them and you accept them, and perhaps while they've been harassing you, you still treat them with kindness, you still treat them with care, but in the back of your mind you're thinking, I'm out of here, I'm not dealing with this anymore, this individual, so you do, I mean, perhaps you treat them with kindness, you treat them with patience, and you don't really want to say anything bad to them or make them feel bad. You just kind of want to accept this and move on. That's how you are when you're seeing things clearly. But I mean, this is really successful here. So they really do admire you, they really do love who you are. But they're just very immature, and a relationship is built from working together, okay? It's not built from liking each other and then oppressing one individual because you don't feel confident about yourself, you know? So they have these issues to address here. Alright, and the Six of Pentacles, now karma is balancing out, so you are leaving this individual and you're moving towards, I feel, a more balanced life. And you're approaching someone that is quite kind and quite giving, that feels quite safe and secure because they understand. They understand you. They want what's best for you. They want you to be successful, truly, deep down, on every level. And they take you as part of them. This is a moral, this is a duty. So this person that you're approaching has the same values as you. And they're real, they're honest, and they're not faking anything. They're not being deceptive. They're not putting on, you know, false promises here and not following through. So this is what's in store for you. And that's why you've got the Ten of Pentacles here, because perhaps you realise now that it's possible to have someone that does follow through with their actions. Once you let go, once you look at your past relationship from a bigger, you know, from the bigger picture, seeing them for who they really are, and not this, I mean, Aries, if they come back with any false promises, if they come back with this energy of trying to sugarcoat everything and make it seem like they were nice individuals to you, frankly they weren't, okay? And whatever they say to you, whatever they're doing, you know, this is manipulation. This isn't based on fact or reality. You are not responsible for them, and you're not responsible for any of these, you know, anything they hold against you. I mean, you know who you are, and you know this individual was taking everything from you. So how were you supposed to, you know, you had to let go. This was an unhealthy relationship. And it was their part. It was their part. They were neglectful. So we see, let's just go ahead and expand just a little bit more here. You see, the Five of Pentacles has just come out. So they really didn't give anything to you that was of value. They made you feel like you were alone and isolated and out in the cold here. And in a way, it's like they're the window, and they enjoyed watching you be deprived. You know, they didn't really, oh my gosh, I mean, I can't believe I'm digging into this person's mind right now. I mean, I'm so far from this that I have to really distance myself to really channel their thoughts here. I mean, they feel like it makes them feel feel like they're worth more. You know, it makes them feel good because you don't have anyone else. Oh, and nobody would accept you aside from them. They feel like they're what's best for you, but then they won't do anything to... They just, by nobody would accept you apart from them, it's like they see you for flaws that they perceive you as having. They don't see you for the beauty that you have. They don't see you for your like in a relationship, like actually in a relationship when they're with you. They just completely disrespect you and don't actually acknowledge your beauty anymore. It's like they see your potential when they're not with you, and then as soon as they're with you again, they go back to this cycle again of, you know, as soon as you give them attention or, you know, you're succeeding in any way, they're picking out flaws. They're seeing perhaps you in a light which isn't true, because if you were with someone else, I feel like the 10 of Pentacles here, it would be quite a good relationship and you would feel beautiful on the outside and the inside. And you would portray that to your partner as well, you know? But they're just looking at you like a lost cause. Oh, you know, this person's energy is very conflicting because they're really back and forth, and I feel like this is their ego. So they know you're successful, they know you have a lot of worth, they know that you're very beautiful on the inside and out. And then it's like they close themselves off from that, and their limited perspective, their ego only allows them to see your flaws because, you know, if they saw you for who you truly were, like, and they acknowledge that and what they've lost truly, then I feel like it would really ruin their sense of self, because I think their sense of self is based on being better than other people and getting attention. So, yeah. But there's quick change here. The 8 of Wands, and this came out with the Sun card, and the Sun card is about true happiness. It's about wish fulfillment and feeling safe and secure. So you're moving on now, you're adapting, you're flowing with the wind here in whatever direction life takes you, and this is going to lead to, you know, a brighter perspective here. And being free. Look how free, you know, it's this is a card of feeling true freedom from this situation and relief. And you see this child here, so this is going back to who you really are. You see this child in the picture going back to who you really are. You may have felt like you lost yourself a little bit. You see the wall here and these very strong standing sunflowers. It's as though they can't get through this wall, okay? And you see, it looks like to me there's someone peeking. Can you see that right behind the sunflowers? It's not, but that's the image I'm getting. And they're trying to peek over this wall and they can't reach you, okay? So they may be there, they may be behind this wall trying to look in, but they can't reach you anymore. And that's because, you know, you've let them go. And what my guides are telling me is that it was really easy for you to get over them because you knew how much of, you know, really just an immature individual they were. They had a lot of growth to do. So this 8 of Wands energy, this is as well saying, it really didn't take much here for you to get over them once you saw their true colours, once you saw how much of, I feel, just a low vibrational individual they were. You want you want a more spiritual connection. You want someone high vibrational, someone that you can grow together with. So yeah, I mean, it was an easy decision for you once you realised that your future wasn't with this person. And this happiness, this new sense of freedom, could be because of another relationship in your life with someone who really does see your worth and does value you. Because this is, this did come out after the Six of Pentacles, so... Okay. And it's almost like, you see here, this lack from this previous relationship. And you see it looks like there's beggars on, here, where this person is giving to. It's almost like they're nourishing you again. So, I mean, you've been through so much, and, you've wanted, something to... revive your feelings that love is real. Give you a sense of hope, okay? And they've given you, it's like they're going to give you this sense of hope back that this individual, this Page of Swords, took from you. Because this is you. This is you. You're the Nine of Pentacles. You are successful. You're abundant. This is a beautiful energy. This is someone that is in harmony with all of their commitments, okay? And perhaps it doesn't feel like that at times, and you have to look where that's come from, where that's originated, and whether that doubt within yourself came during this relationship, during this past relationship. Before this individual, did you doubt love? Did you, And perhaps you did a little bit, and they preyed on that. Or perhaps you were getting better and you were really building your self-worth, and then they came and they saw a chance to just pounce at you. Their subconscious, their ego, it needed feeding. And you fed that for them. So you did have love to give, Aries. And you gave everything you could. And unfortunately, this person, it just made them worse. So we have the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So this is you feeling confused, feeling, this is a mind fog. This is having a lot of options, being amazed by everything that opens up once you truly let this person go, once this person is truly out of your life. And cups are all about fulfillment, so... And this is you saying you're choosing to be strong. With this Queen of Swords here, you're choosing to be strong. You have overcome this challenge in your life, and you have grown from this, whether you like it or not. Whether perhaps you feel like this individual has really, I feel, changed you, and not in a good way. Perhaps you're doubting yourself, you know. And this is saying, no, this is good. You have grown from this, and there were lessons to learn from this individual moving forward. And now you're going to receive a relationship that truly does fulfill you. But this is you just choosing to be strong here, seeing your potential paths forward, which are full of fulfillment, full of opportunity. And you're saying, okay, I'm going to approach these and I'm going to be strong. Yeah. Four of Swords, taking the time to heal, taking the time to be grateful for overcoming this situation and getting out of this situation. I feel some of you could be literally praying or have prayed to be able to get out of this situation, and perhaps praying for this past relationship and saying you hope that they learn their lessons, you hope that they move on from this and they grow as a person, you know, because you want the best for them. You know, it's weird because deep down you want what's best for them, but deep down they don't want what's best for you. But this is here, you're taking time to heal now, and this is giving you structure back into your life. You're realising what you truly need to focus on. So once you gain that strength, once you really say, okay, no, I'm choosing to move forward, I'm choosing to be strong, that's when you really see... There's a lot here of being a higher perspective here, seeing situations for what they really are, and you're seeing what situations in life you truly want to pursue as well. You're going for what really does serve you, and you're not looking back, you're looking forward. And this person, you've already overcome this person, Aries. You overcame them, you know, as soon as you realised who they truly were. There was no going back for you. They've got a lot to learn, and you're being quite hopeful for them. You're wanting them to... You're wishing them the best. But you're worried because you feel like they're going to just treat their other future partners like this, perhaps, as well. You know, you see that there's not really any... You know, this person really does need to take time to think about how they have, you know, who they are and what they want out of relationships, and maybe they jump in and out of relationships, you know, maybe they, or maybe you're just fearful that they're going to do the same to someone else. And there's a sense here that, you know, you feel like they're not going to be successful in their future relationship if they carry on this way. And that's with the best intentions, okay, that you're thinking that. Whereas with you, you know your truth, and you know that really all along, all you deserved was a good and balanced relationship, and you trust yourself to be a good partner. So you know that whatever comes next in your life, this could be the one for you. Gaining a lot of clarity through your intuition. So you see situations around you could have been quite busy, quite draining and confusing, and look at you, you're the moon, you're shining light on that through your intuition, through your thoughts here. The moon lights up the dark, okay? So your perspective here, your intuition is so on point. Okay. And so this is happening right now. After gaining clarity, after healing and regaining faith, choosing to be strong, we have the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups is about a union. This is about two individuals coming together. This is about love. And I feel like this is with someone new. And this is an equal exchange. This is not this past partner. And you see they're looking into each other's eyes and they're fully understanding one another. They want to build each other's cups. They want to fulfill one another equally. And they're truthful and honest and mature. You know, these individuals want something long term. They want a relationship that leads to a happy home, a happy life. And most importantly, your happiness. That's normal, Aries, okay? So you're now with an individual that is treating you the way that you should be treated and thinking about you in the way that they should think about you. They just want to help you and make you feel safe and secure and support you in whatever is emotionally fulfilling. They see your Nine of Pentacles energy here. And they don't want to let you go, and they will never look at you in a way of lack, because whatever you give to them, they will give back. And that's because they're mature and they know your true value. And also they think you're very beautiful. They admire you greatly. So this is... And perhaps this is the beginning. I feel this is the coming together. And you're looking upon this, you're seeing clearly now, and you're looking upon a relationship, an individual that really is quite sweet and charming and sincere, and you're going to choose to come into union with this person and extend your heart, because they're there waiting for you. And this is going to be, if you do choose this Aries, we have here, this is what we have for you. We have the Sun card. True happiness. And emphasis here on the word true, okay? True, true, true. Please, wow, just my guides are saying that. They're saying true. Do not believe this. Do not believe anything they say right now, okay? This past individual. They're just trying to cover themselves. Sorry about that, Aries. My camera I saw that my camera was about to go out of battery, but there were some messages that were really important that I needed to say to you, so my camera did end up cutting off there during conversation. But what I was saying is that they are trying to cover themselves. Okay, so do not believe them. And if their feelings are true, deep down they're not, and you're going to go back to the same cycle. Okay, this Ten of Swords energy of over and over again, just the same results every time. This individual cannot be trusted, and they truly need to work a lot on themselves. You're high vibrational and they're very low vibrational. And the last card for you, which just popped out as I was talking actually, is the Hierophant. So this is marriage. This is the marriage card for me. So you see this individual, we have the Two of Cups and we have the Hierophant. This union is quite serious. This union is very stable. The Hierophant is a deep bond. This represents a deep bond with another individual, and the structure, there's a lot of, I feel, a sense here of faith in the situation, a sense of stability in the situation, and grounding energy, okay? So, you know, this is about feeling grounded and something quite tangible, something that, you know, you're going to be able to see the results of and feel safe and secure within. So, you know, the marriage card, I mean, this truly is, you know, whoever you are coming into union with, they are someone that is serious about you and means what they say. So true and so faithful. You see how this person is holding up their hand, and it's like they're making a promise here. Well, they are making a promise. You see their hand? They're making a promise. And they're keeping their promises, okay? So a real contrast here, and this is because you deserve this, and this is balance. This is karma balancing out for you, Aries. Okay, so that is the end of this reading, and thank you for watching. I really do wish you... Oh, the energy. Okay. The energy in this reading is so strong, Aries. So I feel like whoever this is for, whoever this resonated with, wow, look at that. It's not focusing. Whoever this resonated with, this is really important. And look, my camera's not working now. My camera's not focusing. So this to me is saying this is really important. Okay? And I'm sorry that we have to leave this with blur, but I'm glad that we made it through this message, and thank you for your time. I really do appreciate all of the support, and I appreciate being able to come on this journey with you.